Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Amalgamash. 10 hours ago, Smile Boom updated RPG Developer Bakin to version 1.2. This is an enormous update, and it's a huge deal, especially for a lot of us in the community who have been waiting for very particular features of this update. So I'm going to jump in, tell you what these updates can do, show you a couple of things, and then let you get back to it. First of all, they did release a very short, incomplete YouTube video showing off some of the major features. Let's look at that real quick. The latest update to RPG Developer Bakin introduces an environment for creating battle plugins. That's right, they've finally taken the plugin system and they've extended it to include the battle system. We're going to cut away from the video for a second because this is actually really important on a lot of fronts. For C# plugins, Bakin has two types of plugins. They have tool plugins, which are .dll files, and they have engine plugins in the CS format. The first kind extend the editor, and the second kind extend engine operation. They have finally published a reference for battle plugins and event scripts, which are engine plugins, and added the features necessary for creating battle plugins. They also added a copy battle-related scripts to game file feature to the map editor. This gives people who want to develop their own battle system plugin a quick, easy template from which to start. And they can now use the reference, which is published right there on the RPG Developer Bakin plugin reference at rpgbakin.com. And you can check out the manual on the wiki for information on how to create and apply plugins. So just an enormous update win right here in and of itself, being able to now create plugins for the battle system and also having that plugin reference as well as a template from which to begin. And not only that, sample project of a battle plugin to the game gallery has been published and added. This project uses a plugin to create a battle system in which a timer is set up to add values based on the cast agility status as time passes, and the cast can choose their action when the timer reaches its maximum value. So they basically just included an active time battle system, a la Final Fantasy 3, 7, take your pick. And they got two layouts. They got a side view and they've got a front-facing view. Awesome. That's not all. We're still hyped. Let's watch this video a little more. The ability to call multiple custom UIs increases layout flexibility. Yes, free layouts just works now. It just works. There's no ifs, there's no ands, there's no buts, there's no except. The free layout system, for all intents and purposes, is now done and ready for us to use completely. The official text on it. Multiple displays of the free layout for events screen are now supported. Added open menu and open free layout as container actions. This is the big win. Starting from version 1.1.3, common events can also be called from free layout for events. So I can now make my entire Final Fantasy 14 inspired pause menu that links to all of the different other UIs and screens where we can set up our attacks to the hotbar and just, yeah, the sky's the limit. The sky is the limit. Out of all of the things that they decided to talk about in this trailer, they only chose 3. And it's funny how this is the third one that they chose to talk about. An auto fast forward feature for test play was also added. So now when you're testing your game and you want to just fast forward through your scenes and stuff, you can do that. I wonder if that will translate to the player, if you'll be able to hand that functionality to your player as well as the developer so they can fast forward through scenes they've already seen. I don't know. I didn't spend a lot of time on that point. We'll get to why that's funny to me that they included that in here in just a second, but just to talk about it. During test play, the feature to fast forward through event scenes has been implemented. This allows for faster play when debugging, etc. The default specification is to assign the left control key to fast forward. It is automatically included in new projects, but if not, please copy and paste the following into your project. Bind, fast forward, left control. We have a new keybind. Awesome. And now added and improved features, and this is a big one. The event panel make event as operation target has been implemented. This panel can be used to perform operations such as making other events walk, etc. Just to dial in for you exactly what this means, before we had to make our complex scenes in our games by using switches. We could only control one event in a script, right? We only had the ability to make one guy walk forward and give you grief or whatever and then walk away. And if you wanted to have a third or fourth party in the scene moving around, you had to activate a switch. You had to have them waiting on that switch to turn on, and then they would move forward. Basically, you had to construct a scene in several different parts. Now, You don't have to worry about the manipulation of switches throughout a scene. You can simply just control the event from another event. And I don't mean just making it walk. Let me show you. Custom event, we'll just throw one down right there. Hit the plus button, go to the events tab, and then at the very bottom, make event as operation target. After executing this event panel, the selected event can be controlled as this event. For example, make event walk, change event orientation. If you want to restore to the original state, execute this panel again with operating event, this event. So here it is, very, very, very simple event panel. And the operating event can be, look at that, it's a complete list of every single event that's on my test bed map for my project. All of these events can be controlled from this event. So I can select one, click, and then all of these will now apply to the event that I've chosen. So I can make him walk around, I can have dialogue, you could basically, at this point, with this functionality, it is now within the realm of day one possibility to create a system by which you could select multiple events with the mouse, select a destination, capture that destination of mouse coordinates X, Y, and send all of your units to that spot, which means we can make RTS games. RTS Developer Bakin is here, guys. We can make Command and Conquer or Warcraft. Tell me that's not bonkers. That's absolutely insane. But yes, now that you don't have to spend as much time on the mechanics of a scene behind the scenes, so to speak, you can spend more time crafting your scene diligently and putting more time into the attention of the scene itself now that they're easier to do. It's insane. They've also added the following features to the advanced string variable operation. You can now specify nth in the party. You can obtain information on cast members other than allies. Very good stuff there. The following features have been added to the Advanced Variable Box Operation Event Panel. This is already very exciting to me. I don't even need to read anymore to be excited over more AVBOs. Ability to obtain the elapsed time from the previous frame. Ability to obtain the coordinates of the camera itself rather than the gazing point. Class and subclass levels. And ability to obtain information on cast members other than allies. In the Display Store and Check Results event panel, it is now possible to specify the layout to be opened when executing and from the buy-sell screen of items. In the Change Layout to be Used event panel, the method of specifying the layout to be used has been improved. In the Make, Player, and Event Walk to Specified Coordinates, the ability to use variable boxes for specifying coordinates has been implemented. I glided right over that when I talked about the RTS, but yes, now you can use XY coordinates for your NPCs to walk to. Love that. Love that. No more grid walk. In the event panels, select from selection and check results and display text as image. The input support can be used for text decoration and control letters that call variables. We were asking for this to be added to those event panels because we had the input support in a couple of other places. Really nice to have them here now. When adding a member using the Add Remove Party Member, a feature has been implemented to send the member directly to the reserve list. The event panel Start Event Falling can now be executed even with acceleration 0. By using this condition, the Move with Physics Engine Y-axis directional change can be applied to events in the floating state. For the Layout tool, we've changed it so that the hidden parts cannot be selected in the Layout Parts section. The display color of the rectangle representing the part selected by the mouse cursor and the parent parts rectangle are now different. They've added the ability to move parts while holding down Shift and dragging to fix the axis. Multiple parts are selected by pressing Shift in the Layout Parts tree. They will also be selected in the preview. There's just some really good, feel-good features there. Added Call Common Event, do not close after calling Common Event action to the container for elements of entry selection. A special format has been added that displays a moving graphic specified in database casts. A special coordinate specification tag has been added to adjust the scroll speed of the ticker. Just good stuff. Database, when adding a new entry in the entry tree of each menu in the database, the entry is now added just below the selected position. That's good. That's good. Quality of life. Sprite tool added variations of interpolation like rotation and enlargement to color specification in the sprite tool. Interesting. Camera tool added 2 preset data for the battle camera. Map editor added the feature to drag the quick toolbar to pin it in the desired position. You can specify to enable or disable this feature in the top menu configuration. This is a big deal for some people. I'm going to show you what this means. Let's go to the top menu, go to configuration. There we go. Use quick toolbar, pin the quick toolbar. Let me just get into my tutorial project here. Click on anything. Here's your quick toolbar. Here is your quick toolbar. We can move that. It'll just stay there now. It'll stay exactly there. It won't appear above the cursor anymore. When you click on anything, it'll just stay right there. It'll pin itself right to the corner or down here. It won't snap necessarily. You won't have a pin icon necessarily. It will just stay wherever you put it. You can move it out of the way. Down there at the bottom corner of the screen now, I can click on whatever, and it will simply update to reflect that which I am clicking. Go ahead and increase the scale of this chest. Go over here, click on this table, run back down here, increase the scale of the table. It just stays out of the way. It's so nice. And this update is something that some of you will be only excited about this because you can use it now and make use of it and enjoy it right now. You don't have to know how to code plugins or use free layouts or anything to enjoy this. This is just a nice quality of life update right here. Change the folder to which resources from the DLC are added. Files imported from the DLC were previously stored in the same folder according to file type, but now they are stored in separate folders for each DLC. I kind of like that. I kind of like the sortation, the structure there. So I'm a fan of that. I say that's great. I approve. The minimum scale value that can be specified in the FBX import dialog has been extended to 0.0001. It used to be 0.001, so 1,000th. Now you can have a model scale to 1/10,000th of its original size. That's very small. When selecting an icon image using the asset picker, a scroll bar is now displayed to enable handling of large images. And then finally, in resources, motions of models with no material specified that have not been assigned to a stamp can now be previewed to confirm motions. That's it. There are a ton of bug fixes for this as well. Please be sure to join the official RPG Developer Bakin Discord and share your experiences with the update as well as any bugs you might come across while using the new features and or old bugs. We have an awesome bug capture forum where you can go and log your stuff and it won't get lost and the devs will actually check it out. They are extremely active as far as bugs go and very good at communicating bug fixes in the Discord. Other than that, thank you very much for watching this video. Enjoy the rest of Bakin Week, and I'll see you next time. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye for now. Oh, and I just want to thank SmileBoom for all their hard work. Thank you very much, SmileBoom, for everything that you have done for us game creators. Because of you, I am able to create a game that I could only dream of making in other engines. Talking, of course, about my Project D. We will continue the devlog series on that and watch it grow. All right, bye.